Along this week I have participated in the first Miss Jam, where instead of being given a theme, you get an asset pack and you can only use that for the visuals of the game. Also, the 48 hours of developing time don't have to be consecutive, so that's nice for my broken dreaming schedule. The chosen pack was this one by Kenny, who has tons of free art assets that are godlike for jams and prototyping. I decided to try making a 3D game out of this pack. Partly because I have made a lot of 3D games, but they almost always have 2D gameplay. The game will be a little parody of most quests in RPGs, where you have to go to some place, talk to someone or kill some low-level enemies, and that's it. I just wanted to make a dumb game and this was the perfect scenario. Despite it had like 80 enemies and 40 or so weapons, so it would be about killing enemies to get better weapons. So first, I needed a way to create the environment, so I searched for a tiling plugin for the Unity terrain system. In the programming side of things, I wanted to make it so that the characters were different enough so that it won't get boring in 5 minutes. That's the time that takes to complete the game. So after making a really detailed design document, I programmed the enemy script adding some Unity events for the different ways the player could interact with them. So I expanded my detailed design document with some original locations and started making them. The first one was the random place where I started testing things, and a cave with an old man inspired by the classic game Undertale. Then I spent almost an entire day working in making this piece of garbage, but I really needed a waterfall in my game, because everyone knows that good games have waterfalls and something behind them. Then I did a graveyard and a forest, pretty standard stuff, just throwing assets around without any sense or taste. After that came the little village, where my inner game designer got crazy and made really exciting stuff, like rotating an entire house or making windows that you can only see from one side. They are mostly useless and no one will probably notice, but I do, and that's enough. I also anticipated that there would be some non-true gamers that wouldn't try to get to the waterfall, and made an alternative secret way there. The only zone left is the desert, that is as big as all the other parts, but with almost no content. And that's it. Now I only needed to make the dialogues for the characters, adding some juice with animations, particles, post-processing, and sounds. And there you go, another jam successfully completed. I'll link the games page and source code in the description. Just be warned that is a total mess and probably full of bad practices, but you know, bad practices are your best friend in game jams. And as this is a YouTube video, I am legally forced to ask you to subscribe to see the video that will come after the jam rankings, and tell me in the comments if you want to watch me talk about some of my previous games. I'm Sam Barrow, see you soon! Just throwing assets around without any sense of date. Just throwing assets around without any sense of... Just throwing assets around without any sense of... Just throwing assets around without any sense of date. Just throwing assets around without any sense of taste.